this trend go around on social media of literal married women and mothers going to concerts of male artists, recording those male artists, and then captioning the reel, "I'm married and still shaved my legs for this just in case. I'm a mother and still wore a matching lingerie set just in case." And then if you hit the comments, all the women are agreeing with them. And I just have to say, to all those women posting that and the women commenting, your husband should leave you. That is the most disrespectful form of public humiliation to your husband. That is actually public infidelity. You are publicly lusting after someone and then admitting that you would sleep with that male artist if you got the opportunity. And I know you're gonna say, oh, it's just a joke, it's not that deep, it's not that serious. Imagine if your husband went to a Tate McRae concert and recorded her and said, oh, I shaved my balls for this just in case. You guys would not be okay with that. Could you imagine what the comments would be in that scenario? It is so common in our culture for wives to blatantly and publicly disrespect their husbands, but if the husband did that, oh, it would be a whole different story.
It's true. That is true.
I split up with my fiance a week ago, and we've been together for 13 years and we've got 2 kids together. So obviously this last week has been hard, it's been sad, it's been scary, it's been just everything. I can't even describe how it's felt. I've been in full-on fight or flight for the whole week. Barely slept, barely ate, like it's been awful. And obviously during this week I've been having moments of doubt, like, am I doing the right thing? What am I doing? I'm blowing up my whole life, blah blah blah. And I've had a lot of comments from people that are saying, you're gonna regret it, the grass ain't always greener, you don't know what you had till it's gone. And then something I realised, well, I can't say all, most of those comments are from men. And the women are saying, you're going to be so much happier, you know yourself, you know what you want, trust your gut. I did it and I was so much happier. I don't think there's really been many from women saying I'm going to regret it. What a coincidence.
When I'm with a man, I want to feel like I can turn off my brain, theoretically. I want to feel like I am safe and protected with this man and he's going to get me from point A to point B safely. I want to feel like I am being led by a man. I don't have to use my brain. I don't have to figure out my next move or the plan or the exit or how to get out of this situation or the next. Of course, as a woman just in the world, you always think 10 steps ahead and how you're going to get out of certain situations or where the exit is or what to do in each situation. That's just how women have grown up and have to be wired, unfortunately, in this world. But when I'm with a man, I want to feel like I can turn off my brain. I want to feel like I'm safe. And if as a man you can't do that for a woman that you love and care about and that you want to be with, what are you doing? Truly.
If you ever met a man and you thought that he was sweet and kind and honest and caring and loving and thoughtful, you were wrong, by the way.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Right, man, listen up. So why do you care so much what your girl wears on a night out or when she leaves the house without you, for that matter? If I want to wear a skirt, a jumpsuit, a play suit, and it's eating my ass, I will. And if that bothers you, don't put that onto your girl. You're the insecure one.
What a stupid bitch!
Dating in this generation is a humiliation ritual for men. And honestly, my heart actually breaks for them because I cannot imagine going through what they have to go through. Because for women, honestly, I feel like it's pretty straightforward when we're dating. Men are pretty hard on their sleeve. Like, what you see is what you get. And that is just not the case for men in the dating scene. I mean, I'm seeing TikToks all the time about guys talking about the struggle, and honestly, I get it. You guys are totally valid. Because for men, it's like the only option is a woman that wants to live off your paycheck and take all your money, or a woman that has a blue page. Not great options. And I feel like I never see a woman anymore that wants to bring something to the table. I think a lot of these girls think that, oh, I'm pretty and that's enough. And it's like, yeah, for like 10 minutes. But what are you going to do when you're old? Like, what are you going to provide for him then? I don't know. I really feel bad for these dudes.
Bitches be crazy.
So I decided, fuck it. I'm sick of being single. I'm gonna actively try and find a man. So I thought, right, I'll sign up to some dating sites, but I don't want to do Plenty of Fish or Hinge or anything like that because I've done them to death. So I thought I'm going to try one that you pay for, because then maybe people know will be a little bit more serious about actually finding a relationship. So I thought, right, eHarmony, let's give this a go. And I went through the whole rigmarole. I've put my photos in, I've answered all the questions, and I get to the payment bit, and you've got 3 options. So you can sign up for 6 months, you can sign up for a year, or you can sign up for 2 years. No, I'm not being funny, but if I'm signing up for 2, does that mean that you're not expecting to find me a bloke within 2 years? Because it's not a very successful site, really, then, is it? Because I don't want to sign up for 2 years. Because if I'm on there in 6 months and I still haven't found a bloke, I am fucking deleting it. But the 6-month option is so fucking expensive. So yeah, it looks like I'm staying single.
Nobody cares.
The issue with men nowadays is that they think they're the prize. Back in the day, men valued a woman for what she was, who she was, not what do you bring to the table. I'm a woman, that's what I bring. A lot of men just don't respect and value women, and they want to be chased, they want to be the girl in the relationship, they want to be put on a pedestal. Like, no bro, date a man if that's what you want.
She's sitting there reaching back into a history book she's clearly never read, claiming men used to value women just for existing. She thinks being a woman is a full-time career and a contribution to the household. She's calling men princesses because she's realised men are no longer willing to put up with her deluded sense of entitlement.
Why am I not surprised?
She's sitting there after 13 years and 2 kids, blowing up her entire foundation, and she's looking for validation from the divorcee echo chamber to numb the panic. She's noticing that men are giving her the cold, hard reality, warning her that the grass is actually brown on the other side, while her sisters are chanting the usual trust your gut mantra. It's hilarious because she's framing the warnings as a coincidence instead of seeing the survival bias staring her in the face. She's listening to women who are already miserable and alone, and they're desperate for her to join the club so they feel better about their own wreckage. She calls it fight or flight and scary, yet she's ignoring the men who are actually telling her the truth about her future market value. She thinks she's finding herself, but she's really just following a script written by women who've traded a stable home for a wine habit and a therapist.
Poor, deluded females.
She wants to turn off her brain and be transported from point A to point B like she's a high-priority Amazon package with no self-awareness. It's peak psychological framing. She's pitching her desire to be completely unaccountable as a need for safety. She spent her whole life thinking 10 steps ahead and looking for exits, but now she wants a man to be her 24/7 security detail and logistics manager so she can finally experience the luxury of not having a single thought in her head.
She's useless!
Real men of genius.